Step on up. Over here. Surprise! Let the magic begin! Cue the spotlight! Be amazed!
The scent of treasure. Just as I expected. Piece of cake.
Stay calm. I need to focus. Entering combat mode. Take a bow. Let me take the heat. What detail did I miss? Saw through my trick. Let me... I'll live. Didn't quite dodge it.
Is it time for a magic show? Time for afternoon tea. You lead the way. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I am Linny's magic assistant, and if you have work-related inquiries, please ask Linny. If you have questions related to seeing a magic show, please ask the ticket office. You want to talk to me? Then get to the point. Tea is ready. Now it's time for a short rest. Seems Linny is saying some strange things again. It's really worrying. Entering standby mode. I hope nobody disturbs me. Rainy days are perfect for spacing out. The skies have cleared? What a pity.
Ow! That hurts my ears. So cold. Let's hide you in a hat.
There is nothing new under the sun. Is that really true? What's that on the brace? Nope. It's nothing.
Good morning.
Not fully recharged. No, snoozing again. I usually drink a cup of tea before work. Not only does it change my mood, but also helps me stay alert. After the sun goes down, the desires hidden in people's hearts will rise to the surface. I mean, evening shows are spectacular. Should I reserve a ticket for you? Go to sleep. I still have some loose ends to tie up from work today. I still have to fix the vacuum cleaner I broke. During our shows, I'm usually Linny's assistant. Because I never speak or change expressions, people often mistake me for a puppet. This kind of misunderstanding can prevent unnecessary social interactions, so it's actually quite nice. Staying silent is beneficial for maintaining focus and gathering intelligence. Once, a VIP audience member at our show took out a handkerchief that didn't belong to his wife. As for how such information is used, now, that depends on what father wants. I'm not accustomed to expressing myself, but I consider myself a good listener. If you have any troubles, come find me. I'll guard your secrets. I used to think that the golden sun and dark shadows of the night could never understand one another. But in you, I see a kind of strange complexity that has needlessly piqued my curiosity. I'll have to keep a close eye on you. I prefer to use my eyes to understand the situation and find an appropriate solution, as opposed to using martial prowess. But having brute force as an option greatly increases the potential cards at your disposal and enables you to protect those most important to you in a crisis. Making tea looks simple on the surface, but it is actually quite complex. The quality of the tea leaves, the temperature of the water, the number of times to add water. Only when every variable is properly controlled can tea of the purest taste be brewed. Would you like a cup? Animals can also express their feelings. If you listen carefully, you can tell what state they are in. For a kitty, meow means they are much happier than meow. And in that situation, you can pet them as much as you want, and they won't run away. I have always been together with Linny, and we can tell what the other is thinking without speaking. Thus, he tends to be more quiet than normal when we are alone. Oh, can I tell when he's lying or telling the truth? Of course I can. but this matter is top secret. Linny is normally quite confident and does everything with incredible ease. Or at least, that's how he wants everyone else to see him. So, when he runs into difficulties, he always wants to solve everything perfectly on his own. If this happens, please be sure to take good care of him. He is a delicate and gentle child, but also tends to belittle himself. Perhaps due to his previous experiences. Sometimes he feels like the antithesis of Linny. But since they're both family, when their opinions clash, I will bridge their differences. The Chief Justice always feels strangely aloof, though his words are always humble. Or perhaps he just doesn't like dealing with humans? After all, when he speaks with Melusines, he's actually quite friendly. Lady Farina's behavior is incredibly hard to explain, and I can't discern any useful intelligence from observing her. I always feel like her every move and action is an act, and she is playing different people. She truly is an Archon. One cannot apply the logic of ordinary humans to her. The costumes Linny and I wear for performances were specially tailored by Chiori. Once, Linny was using a small knife for a magic trick, and accidentally cut the cuff of his sleeve a bit. She scolded us non-stop. It was scary. Luckily, I can hide behind Linny whenever we go to her shop. Her perfume products are so popular that you have to get in line before the break of dawn to have a chance at snapping any up. However, I'm far too sensitive to the smell of perfume, and it's really rude to sneeze. So, I have to take the long way around. If you explain a magic trick, then the allure of the performance is lost. Personal relationships are the same. If you want to understand me, why not learn a bit at a time and gradually piece together a complete picture? Humans are complicated creatures. Even when they are not doing so intentionally, they will still unconsciously hide their true selves. Though I can always notice a few redundant details, I won't expose their facades when it isn't necessary. Building a relationship with someone is like gambling. No matter how much information you have, it's hard to predict how other people might change. I've always had the habit of keeping a safe distance from others. But in your case, I'm willing to shoulder the risk of losing a bet. A person's mental state is like a bowstring. If it's constantly under high tension, it will be at risk of suddenly snapping. So, outside of work, I prefer to do things that relax my brain, like making tea, feeding cats, and just zoning out. The calmer one normally is, the easier it is to deal with crises when they do pop up. I tend to have difficulties operating any kind of machinery. As soon as I stop paying attention, all kinds of things start to go wrong. Once, I even broke the dryer on a rainy day. At least Fermine is good at fixing things. Pry open the shells, squeeze a bit of lemon juice onto the fresh shellfish. No plate necessary. Perfection. Dishes should not be overseasoned. Good food preserves the original taste of the ingredients. Delicious. I've already memorized the recipe. Thank you for your generosity. Perhaps you could reconsider the spice ratio a bit. Happy birthday. Let me give you this card. It's not a greeting card, so of course nothing's written on it. Write down what kind of present you want, place it in my hat, and no matter what it might be, you'll get it. My perception has been heightened. My processing speed has become even faster. I can see the conditions for victory now.